welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro, where we serve it up hot and fresh because it's organic, artisanal, and locally sourced. That's right. This Bible study is good for you. 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. That's all we do here on Daily Dose Radio, and that's pretty good. That's enough. It takes us about 4 years to make it through the Psalms verse by verse, and I hope that you'll just stay with us. Now we're in a really great section of the Psalter. This is called the Songs of Ascent, and we are moving from the tents of Kedar in Meshech up to the city of Jerusalem. We're making our way back to God, and you'll notice that today we are in verses 6 and 7. Now, yesterday we stopped with 5a, and I'm going to pick up our reading today in 5b because we begin a new theme. It's not really, it's almost like a micro theme in here because the major themes are help, keeping, and preserving. But under that auspices, we have this little illustration. It's almost a similitude, actually, of what he's talking about. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord. Who's my keeper? Verse 5a, the Lord is thy keeper. And then 5b, the Lord is thy shade. And then 7, the Lord shall preserve thee. So we have these statements about the Lord all through here, but the idea of the Lord being a shade is interesting. So let's read, beginning here in 5b. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Now, as we look at this idea of shade, we think of other places in the Psalms where we're told that, especially like Psalm 91, we're told that he will keep us under the covert of his wings. So like the mother hen spreads her wings out over the chicks to keep them safe, especially when it's raining or storming. So we have the Lord covering us. Here, the covering is a shade. I spent some time in Israel. I studied over in Israel one summer. I was over there for the entire summer. And one of the things that's real important in that very hot and very arid land is shade. And so one thing that happens over there is there's a lot of work in the morning time. And then in the afternoon when the sun is at its hottest, there's some little bit of a siesta, a little bit of hiding from the sun because it gets so hot. And because it's desert-like in the summertime, and now it's not desert-like in the winter because in the winter they get a lot of water that rains almost constantly from, say, end of September through March. They get a lot of water. But then from, the end of March all the way through the summer, it's just dry. And the sky is crystal clear and there's a beautiful breeze. It's very lovely, but it's also very dangerous because it can dry you out in a moment. So here, the Lord is my shade. He's the shade upon my right hand. And this shading of the Lord keeps me safe because of the sun or the moon. They will not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Again, we go back to that idea of keeping. The Lord is keeping us, and he doesn't sleep. The keeping comes with no sleeping for him. So even at nighttime, he's going to cover us and be a shade from the moonshine. Just like during the day, he's a shade from the sunshine. He keeps us safe from harm. That's the idea here, is that he's keeping us safe from harm. And what a lovely thought that is, that the Lord is our shade. He's our helper. He's our keeper. He's our shade from the whatever might strike us from above. And as we'll see tomorrow, and I'm out of time again, so we'll just pick up 7 and 8 tomorrow. He is our preserver. He preserves us from evil. All right, so join me then on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.